guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button. Please do subscribe. It is Monday morning and it's cold. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1958, the first episode of legendary British children's TV programme Blue Peter was broadcast. Over 60 years later, it's done wonders for the sales of sticky-backed plastic and washing up bottles.
I used to watch Blue Peter as a kid. Alexa, who were the original presenters of Blue Peter?
From MovieCultists.com. The first presenters of Blue Peter were Christopher Trace and Layla Williams. If you'd like another answer, just say, next.
Alexa, can you tell me more about Blue Peter?
Blue Peter is a British children's television entertainment programme created by John Hunter Blair. It is the longest-running children's TV show in the world, having been broadcast since October 1958.
John Noakes was one of the presenters and he had a dog called Shep. When I was a young girl, my dad bought my mum a dog called Shep and I used to walk Shep, and it was about the same time as Blue Peter. So I remember Blue Peter and the Blue Peter badge. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 8:25 a.m.
Alexa, what's the day today?
It's Monday the 16th of October.
Alexa, what's the weather like in Rochester?
In Rochester, England, it's 1 degree Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect cloudy skies, with a high of 13 degrees and a low of 1 degree.
You see that huge drop now from going from 18, 19 degrees, and now it's gone like right down to 1 degree. So a huge drop now. Alexa, can you tell me a joke? Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What's a werewolf's favourite food? You.
Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include American professional baseball player Bryce Harper, American singer, guitarist, record producer and songwriter from Connecticut John Mayer, Indian musician Anirudh Ravichander, American-Australian musician Flea, and American actor, screenwriter, director, producer, activist and musician Tim Robbins.
Right guys, so it's colder. It is a lot colder, hot water bottle weather and the heating on if you can afford it. So last night I sat, someone keeps bragging they've got like a 4 to 6 bedroom house and a nice garden, and they mock what I'm going through, which really makes me laugh. I think it's funny because if they were so happy with their life, right, they wouldn't text me things like that for a start. So there's something wrong there, isn't there? If they're happy with a 4 bedroom home and a garden, what is wrong with them? Keep telling me all about it. This was a lovely, well it is a lovely apartment, it's just not soundproof. And just because you've got a house, it doesn't mean that you don't suffer noise problems. It doesn't. You can suffer noise problems in a house. In fact, you can suffer it far worse. So you get noise everywhere. So someone that's just completely trying to upset me every day. I've got this, I've got that. But you're not happy, are you? Because you wouldn't text me and bother me with it if you were. So that's one thing that doesn't bother me anymore. They've got a house, they've got a boat, they own a nightclub, they do this and they do that. Probably some of it is actually true, but they're not very happy. I can tell. So, yeah, I'm getting noise problems again, but I can deal with it. You just have to, I mean, when it started upstairs, right? You have to get used to it. You have to train your brain. And somebody said to me, ignore them. Completely ignore them, and they get fed up doing it. You know, ignore it. Just carry on and find something to do and ignore it. And when they realise that they're keeping themselves awake up at night, they're tired in the morning and they're grumpy, maybe they will actually learn to stop doing it. Because obviously if someone's keeping you awake at night, like it happens to many of us, then they must wake up in the morning feeling dog-tired and miserable. And if they're doing it on purpose to actually keep somebody else awake, and they're keeping their own self awake and their own family, I mean, it really must be really bad, the feelings of hatred that they hate for me, you know. To make their own self tired and miserable first thing in the morning. Do I look miserable and tired? No. Have I, what happened was, or is next door's property is a 2 or 3 bed property. So you've got 2 bedrooms facing onto the railway. They've got a balcony to the side. So my balcony's on the front, their balcony's at the side. So, I mean, they've got bedrooms to make noise in, right, haven't they? So it's a kitchen and living room, I would imagine, like mine, all in one. And what is happening now, it sounds like somebody, right, my front door is right near their front door. So at night, it sounds like something's chained to the front door and he's running up and down the wall and near the front door. Sometimes up to 1 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, all the space they must have in that property, and they're hanging round the wall where I watch my TV. They're running up and down near the wall where I've got my table where I eat my dinner and my television set, where I try and relax and rest. Where I've got my now I can't put my TV anywhere else because the socket has been placed on that wall with the TV aerial. So I can't move it anywhere else. It's meant to be where it's meant to be, because whoever designed this property puts the television plug on the wall right near their wall next door. So right up until about 12:30 last night, I don't know whether they were packing boxes, banging something, putting things away. At 12:30 last night, banging, clattering, and you could hear it, right? And it was annoying, it was a nuisance. So you can't go to bed till they finish doing what they're doing. So if they're clattering around, banging, you shouldn't be able to hear that, but you can. So I don't know, I don't know what they were doing. It sounded like someone was arranging furniture or throwing cutlery into boxes at 12:30 last night. The place isn't soundproof. So if I go into the bedroom, I mean, they get up for work, you know, fair enough, at 5:30, 6 in the morning. You shouldn't be able to hear people getting up and talking and whatnot, but you can. So, you know, it was a great disappointment. I thought, oh great, a lovely flat, wonderful. And then you start realising it's got faults, things wrong with it, and it's not soundproof. And, you know, people have started to move out of these properties. They're not such a property to die for. But you can, like I said, you can get noise nuisance in a house. I mean, not only have you got the noise, right, from the neighbours, you've got noise from the railway station. The loud announcements first thing in the morning. Now, my brain's got used to that. Opening the windows and hearing the trains going and the church bells ringing, boing loud. I've just got to get used to their habits next door. That's all. Eventually I'll get used to it, like I've got used to everything else. Last night, it was bloody freezing, and I took Max out just for a small walk. I took him around the block and then a quarter way on the field, and I came back absolutely frozen. It's time to get gloves and a nice woolly hat now. I came back into my flat. He's not making any noise upstairs at all now. It's coming from the side. So the noise his kids were making upstairs is now coming from the side where I go to bed. It's the side wall. So I don't know if that's someone's sense of humour. But I'm not shouting, I'm not complaining. Like I said, I can nap during the day, don't bother me. I just would like to know what they was doing between 12 and 12:30 last night. It sounded like they were moving out, not moving in. So you try and relax, don't you? You try and watch telly, but there's like, I don't know, it's like bang, 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 like they're thudding against the wall. At one point I thought they were going to come inside, like break through. I can't understand, it's a big flat. Why they have to hover around the wall where I'm trying to listen to my television? So, yeah, I've actually tried to go to bed about 11, half 11, and I tried to lie down, and it sounded like the ceiling was caving in from the corner of the room. I'm not knocking on people's doors, you just have to live with it, you just have to ignore it. And as far as I can see, is what people do is try and counteract the noise with another noise. But you've got to be careful that if you make a load of noise, they're going to like retaliate. And like it's like bat and ball. So you know what I mean? I've tried like, because it seems to come mainly from the bottom of the room, the side of the wall. So I try and go up there near the balcony door and watch my telly up there. And then you'll hear them running from there to there and start making noise over there. To a child, this is like a gerbil cage, isn't it? It's like a gerbil cage on top of a gerbil cage. They've got no garden, so they're running around the house like they would do a garden. They're running around the house like they would do a garden. They're kickballing the flat. They run around like a trampoline and a gym equipment, like they would do when they come home from school and go into the garden. They're like gerbil cages, and they sound like one as well. And if anyone that buys a hamster and a gerbil can know, you know how irritating it is when you're trying to go to sleep and the hamster starts scratching, and some kids don't go to sleep, see, so it's like all that across your wall all through the night, noises. You know, and what do you do with the hamster cage? You move it to a room where you're not sleeping, but I can't move. Because wherever I go, there's a fucking stupid noise. my telly on, I'll put my radio on, and so it's like someone that wants to irritate. No, I'm not going anywhere today. I'm not cross. I'm not going out shopping and getting irritable with people. I've just ignored it. There was do you know how many people out on a Sunday night when that noise was going on till nearly 1 a.m? There was a young lady laughing underneath my balcony when that noise was going on. She's laughing her head off. I thought people have got to go to work and school today. What were they doing up at 1 o'clock in the morning underneath the balcony on a Sunday evening? Well, the joke was on them because I just lie down. Because what does it tell you? If you can't go to sleep, your body still needs to relax. Otherwise you're going to get ill and sick and stressed. So even if you just lie there, your body is getting rest. So just ignore them. That's what I'm doing. And if I'm not getting proper night's sleep, I'm resting my body. I'm an older woman, right? Don't run around like a young thing anymore. We're just hoping for a reaction, because when it first happened upstairs I went mental, and the reason I went mental is because I wasn't used to it. I'd lived in a very, very small block of flats of 24, but my block of flats just had 6 flats in it. This has got 15. And the block of flats I was living, there was no children. They were people like myself. There was one man living on his own. There was an old lady underneath me living on her own. My next door neighbour lived by herself. And there was a couple disabled downstairs. Nobody had kids. So I didn't hear all this noise. I didn't hear it. And when I moved in, I said to the woman, is this place soundproof? Yes, it is. You can't hear anything. Yes, you can. Anybody moving into a place like this, right, it's all very well, bows on it, because when I first moved in, it was all tied in a bow, like it's all special, it's all lovely. Don't get blinded by it. I don't know what it's like to live on the 3rd floor, because you might get noise from underneath and side to side. If you're sandwiched in the middle, it must be awful, from noise on top and noise underneath and noise to the side as well. I'm on the 1st floor. I'm right on top of the bins. So every time someone goes into the bin, bang, 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 you can hear the door bang, people rattling in the bin store, the bin men come in at 7 in the morning. You can hear all that. You can hear it. It seems to me like a comedy set, trying to make people cross and upset, get them up first thing in the morning. People laughing under the balcony at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. And they got better things to do with their time. But they've tried everything in the book to make me cross and act mad, and it's not working. And they're looking ridiculous, and they're looking stupid, and they're wasting their money, and they're wasting their time, and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for victim support to ring and the police to get back to me, not stupid girls on the phone of about 20, because they always are, aren't they, whoever you ring. A girl with a Welsh accent, a girl with a German accent, a girl, and I'm a female looking for a male companion, by the way. So when I ring places, it's a girl with a Welsh accent, a girl with a German accent, a girl with a Scottish accent. And I'm looking for a male companion. Went into the co-op yesterday, women everywhere talking to me. I'm looking for a fella. Anyway, so whoever tried to upset me yesterday or cause trouble didn't manage. I hope they're having a good day today in their lovely 4-bedroom house with their massive garden with the tree in. Good on ya. I'm just going to relax and rest. I had sleep. Obviously, they've got kids next door and they have to go to school, so whoever was hovering about in 1 a.m. must be very tired. You see, to a certain extent it does piss you off, and if you don't feel well you get that adrenaline rush. Oh, should I go and knock on the door and see what's going on? And then you say to yourself, no, don't do that. You're in your pyjamas. Right guys, have a nice day. I really, don't fancy going outside into the breach dealing with idiots in shops this morning. Right, the only thing I need is a hat, a scarf and some gloves. Have a good day everyone. Bye for now.